And I struggle to understand why Amazon has failed when it's literally missing an open goal.
The man's passionate.
If I'd gone and created this content and uploaded it, almost certainly Amazon's going to penalize me for it somehow. They haven't considered the consumers that are going to be consuming the content.
It looks like AI slop.
If you don't have the resources and you had to get that product out, 100% agree with you. But they've got the resources.
What happens when one of the world's biggest companies with the most resources releases a content creation tool?
Yeah.
Absolute crap. Find out why. Let's go. Good morning, team. And the reason why that was extra enthusiastic is because Leon says I need to say a lot more enthusiasm in my intros. So let's get started. I wanted to talk about two of our worlds coming together and causing a bit of a blip, actually. So one of the worlds, AI, which is this current thing that's just ticking in the background, getting bigger and bigger, and Amazon. And what are these two things? It's really simple. Not Rufus. It's whatever Amazon's calling it. Their kind of AI content generating software. So it's going to create images for you using AI and also do the copy. So that way, if you have a listing on Amazon, you can optimize it using AI. This, we thought, would make a massive splash, right? Because Amazon is the giant behemoth. Loads of computing power, loads of smart people. They should know what's good practice for selling on Amazon. And we're like, yes, this is going to be cool. People will be able to sell more, make more money. And
It's going to make our lives easier.
yes. So we thought, let's give it a test run. And you may have seen a video from our man, Will, head of creative at This Way Up. And he did a very
Diplomatic's the word for it.
kind video
Very balanced.
review of, he did his best to be nice to it. And then I asked him, hey, what was your thoughts? And please.
Can I caveat everything I say by saying, look, Amazon employs some amazingly talented people who are incredibly passionate, incredibly driven. And that's part of the problem, right? Is I don't understand why this product was allowed to be released. I genuinely am so underwhelmed and disappointed that Amazon would even consider putting their name to this.
So, okay, let's give, we kind of just kind of talked around it. I want to be really straight point. So basically they created a tool where you can load in an ASIN, you put an ASIN number, and then you can put in a prompt and it will create images for you for enhanced content, for example, for the different modules, and it'll give you the copy and the image, right?
Yeah.
So that's the idea. And theoretically, awesome, because basically it combines what you would normally do on, say, Nano Banana or Midjourney and ChatGPT and Gemini or Anthropic.
Yeah, I was going to say,
Well,
right?
of course.
Amazon's own AI bet, right? They've invested billions
So
into
you'd
this.
normally go, okay, I'm going to have a flow and do different tools and bring them together. But Amazon, in theory, was going to bring all the stuff together and make it really easy for you to do the
to
enhancements.
create a listing.
Create a listing and enhance and just create the enhanced content. That's the idea. We tested it out and it's terrible. So if you want to see the review of it, somewhere in the description there will be Will's review of this, and he's been diplomatic. When we were testing it out, we were not so diplomatic, and I want to encourage Zamir to not be diplomatic and just speak your mind about why you don't think it's very good.
Look, you've just listed a whole thing, a number of platforms that create some great content and great images, right? What Amazon's just released, we're not talking about second rate. This is like third rate. And what really frustrates me is Amazon's investing tens of billions. I don't know how much they've invested in Anthropic, but they've got such a big play. They can produce really high quality images. Not only can they produce them, they can do it at scale and they can do it in generality. In Amazon, for sellers, we need specificity, right? We need specific types of images. We need specific types of content. Guardrails that can be, and prompts around this, which could be prepared.
Yeah, so
It's actually a really easy thing to deliver.
Yeah,
And so I do not understand how they've released this.
The man's passionate.
8 billion.
I
Amazon
just
is
don't
investing.
understand how you...
Just a casual 8 billion in Anthropic, which owns Claude, which is a whole thing that
which
rivals
is a phenomenal
ChatGPT.
platform.
So, all right, why was it not good? Several reasons.
All right.
Okay, so one is the images that it generates are not very, very good. You can kind of tell the AI. It doesn't blend the product directly into the background so well. So there's a couple like hallucinations plus just not good blending plus
Poor execution.
It looks like AI slop.
Yes.
So AI slop comes in and it's just not very good. So that's the first problem. Second is the copy is too long for what it's supposed to do. So they haven't incorporated it into the logic and best practice for selling on Amazon, right? So if you're doing enhanced content, we tell everybody, all the clients we work with, all the people we teach, we tell them, if you're creating anything to do with images, don't put lots of copy. People don't have time to read them. They're not going to read them. At most, put a sentence, maybe two, nothing more than that. Focus on the benefits and then roll through to the next. Make sure it's optimized for mobile. Make sure it's easy to read, all that kind of stuff. Failed on all that, on pretty much
On
all
every
that,
single one
all
of
of
those.
that. So the text was too long. It just didn't work. And our hope would have been Amazon knowing everything it knows, having all the resources it has, both in terms of cash and people, it could have done a better job. And in fact, it kind of like caused a massive blip. So, you're about to say something?
I'm just going to say, whoever's leading this project hasn't considered the users that are going to be using it, the sellers. They haven't considered the consumers that are going to be consuming the content. Amazon, the most customer-centric company in the world, and they're not considering the consumer. And they've produced content that is clearly third-rate. So how do you put in... And I'll be completely honest, right? If we were creating a product like this, and we could, just using standard platforms, that was 10 times better than this. If someone in our team was developing this for us and came to us with this, with our minuscule budgets, neither of us would say this is ready for release. We would like, we're not putting our names on this. And the fact that someone at Amazon was prepared to release this is, it blows my
Well,
mind.
maybe they weren't. Maybe they were like, we just need to get this out.
But the thing is, you're getting out something that was. I
Is
mean,
this-
I
is this-
really
is
don't.
this
I can't
part of-
understand, explain to you how when you've got the resource, if you don't have the resources and you had to get that product out, 100% agree with you. But they've got the resources. So why are they putting this out? They're putting out something that will. I honestly, and this is my problem. If I'd gone and created this content and uploaded it, almost certainly Amazon's going to penalize me for it somehow. Definitely the consumers are going to. And anyone using it, it's only going to hurt Amazon sales.
So,
You'd have been better
He's-
putting nothing out, is my point.
he's passionate. He's passionate. And rightly so, fair. I'm wondering whether
We
this
deserve
is,
better, as
whether
sellers.
this is part of like Amazon's fail fast thinking.
Yeah, I think this is an excuse, right?
Okay.
Amazon, this whole idea, fail fast. But can I just say, when Amazon executes fail fast, it does it well and it fails fast.
Okay.
Well, I mean, Fire Phone. But
I mean,
it does.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, like
point
Fire
being-
Phone, Apple Maps. I mean, Apple isn't like thing, but I mean, big companies mess up.
I was
And
thinking
it's
the
true.
same thing as you, Al, but because I was thinking, how heavily have Amazon advertised this? Because I'm thinking as well.
They haven't really.
If you look at Rufus, did they advertise that massively?
No.
Is it like get it out, try to make it better through?
Don't get me
first
started on
user.
Rufus.
I thought this would be creating waves. This has created ripples.
But it's
is my
like
feeling.
fail slow, isn't it?
It's a fair point. It's exactly the problem, right?
Well, maybe that was the thing. They were kind of like, let's just put this out there, have people play with it, see where it fails, and then fix it.
Yeah, but the thing is, you can tell where it's failing immediately from I mean,
Yeah.
literally, you can go on to Anthropic, you can go on to Claude, and you can create better quality images. Why aren't you? Why wouldn't you just start there? That's the starting point, that's not your finish point. You take that. You've got a base. Why would you have a base here and start here? It makes no sense.
And then we have it, people. Word from the wise. Maybe don't consider using that tool just yet. It might evolve and get better. Or if you use it, adjust it and tweak it.
Failing slowly. That's the principles here. Yeah.
But yes, I was quite hopeful that when our two, it's kind of like when
I
these
was so hopeful.
two worlds
Maybe
come
that's part of the
together.
problem, Annie. Right? I'm invested in it. It's like why? It's like the opportunity is like just sat there. It would not take much to take advantage of this opportunity, and I struggle to understand why Amazon has failed when it's. I mean, it's literally missing an open goal.
So okay, upsides are one.
You can use other platforms. You can use Claude. You can use Nana Banana. You can use
ChatGPT.
Yeah.
Blah, blah, blah. Every time I say that now, I think of Boris
ChatGPT?
Johnson. Yeah, ChatGPT. ChatGPT. Sorry, Boris Johnson. Anyway, so
Yeah, so you can use all of those and do it yourself and bring it in and create listings, just as we have been doing for the last, 2
Which
years?
is upside number 2. There'll be teams out there who can help you out, point in the right direction, and you can use other ways to get it done.
One more upside.
Oh, tell me.
Well, it's just the fact that actually this is still an advantage, right? Because there are plenty of lazy people that will probably go ahead and use this tool. And if
Yeah.
you don't and you put the extra effort in, you'll win with the customers and you'll sell more products. So, hey.
I know, I agree. I was thinking, is it even like, can they even call it a tool? Because all it is, their whole like motivation for it is lowering the barrier to entry for sellers to be able to have designs on Amazon. But realistically, as you can see in Will's example, which we can overlay on screen as well, all they've done is got an image and written a load of text. It's like anyone can do that already. You don't even need to use any AI tool. Like, regardless of what better tools you can use, people can just do this.
It should bring
get
in
their phone
good practice.
picture.
And that's the problem.
That's not lowering the barrier for entry. That's doing nothing.
It's
A-
just fails
AI
on
slot,
every single
no
side.
utility.
Yeah.
You may have heard about that phrase on another podcast episode. Just saying.
From a wise man.
So, yeah. Thanks, team. Stay awesome.
One love.
Well love.